Childbirth. Although the welcoming of a new life is often marked as a time of great joy and happiness, the experience of growing and birthing a tiny human can also bring to light anxieties, fears, and introduce a level of vulnerability that a birthing person may have never felt before. It is in these spaces where the divine feminine can be revealed, if only one has the eyes to see it. The U.S., in comparison to other first world countries, has a very poor maternal morbidity and mortality rate. These rates are increased 3 to 4 times for Black birthing people because of systemic racism. Factors such as education level, age, and marital status do not have a bearing on how these statistics play out. It is my honor to stand in the gap as a labor and birth doula, especially for these families, while bearing witness to their journeys. It is their right to have access to quality care with providers who are attentive in a place where they feel safe. This can make all the difference in the world. This opportunity to be seen, to be heard, to exist without added stressors is resistance. It creates space for the divine to shine and for the birthing person to see it within themselves. One of the most powerful depictions of the divine feminine for me shows up during labor and birth. Labor invites the birthing person to draw on parts of themselves that they may be very familiar with, or perhaps parts they may be meeting for the very first time. Each birth I attend reveals characteristics of the divine's existence. Birth invites one into the raw, untamed power where a person has to traverse the unknowable, where one will develop trust in the process, whatever it may be, however it veers from expectation. It invites everyone who is present into a sense of expectancy. The feminine divine can show up with a gentle coaxing, a deafening roar, or strong silence. It may look like pacing and praying, squatting and rocking, or holding the steady gaze of a partner with foreheads pressed together. It can sound like a sighing away of tension, or asking for exactly what one needs, or vocalizing to sing the baby down. Sometimes it can feel like a rumble in the bones, a confirmation in the belly, or that tingling of magic on the skin. Surrender is the key that unlocks deeper connection with the divine feminine. For some, there is an inner wrestling for surrender, perhaps like Esther wrestling with the way to approach Xerxes, or other times it may come with more acceptance, like Mary's willingness to bear God's son. It is the invitation to see oneself as the divine sees them, whole, perfect, able, and worthy, just as they are. Regardless of how a baby chooses to show up, at home, in the hospital, in the car, or even in an operating room, when a woman or a birthing person exercises surrender, it gives way to an innate power that was within them all along. This is where I see the feminine divine shining strongest. It is hard won. When one is attuned, one will be blown away. It is my privilege to hold space for this mosaic of moments, reflecting different aspects of the divine feminine. When they are pieced together, we witness love made flesh.